Welcome back to See Through Different Lens. On day 3 of my birding adventure in Hampi, I had the privilege of spending my time in a truly special spot. A beautifully placed bird hide, nestled within the serene campus of the Hampi Heritage and Wilderness Resort. This bird hide is a heaven for bird lovers, carefully designed to let you observe the avian world up close without disturbing their natural behavior. Surrounded by dry deciduous forest and rocky outcrops, it offers a perfect backdrop for watching some of Hampi's most charismatic feathered residents. The early morning light gently pierced through the trees, and within minutes of settling in, I was greeted by a burst of bird activity. What made this experience even more magical was the sense of stillness. Just me, the hide, and the birds. Each moment felt like a privilege. So join me as I take you through the highlights from this hide, capturing the colors, calls, and charm of the birds of Hampi from a front row seat to the wild. Among the dry grasslands and rocky terrain of Hampi, one bird often heard before it's seen is the grey francolin, locally known as the tita. This ground-dwelling bird belongs to the partridge family and is a common yet fascinating resident of the Indian subcontinent. With its mottled grey-brown plumage and black-striped neck badge, the grey francolin blends perfectly into its surroundings, making it a master of camouflage. But it's their loud, cackling duet calls that often give away their presence, especially in the early mornings. Grey francolins are omnivorous. Their diet includes seeds, grains, small insects, termites, and even shoots of tender plants. You'll often see them foraging on the ground in small groups or pairs, scratching the earth in search of food. These birds prefer to stay on the ground and are strong runners. They fly only short distances when threatened, relying more on stealth and speed to evade predators. Interesting fact, during the breeding season, males can be quite territorial and often engage in dramatic vocal duels to defend their patch. Though they may not be as colorful as some of their feathered neighbors, the grey francolin plays a vital role in the ecosystem by helping control insect populations and aiding seed dispersion. In the heart of Hampi's wild terrain, the grey francolin stands as a humble yet resilient symbol of India's dryland biodiversity. Sometimes, it's the quieter birds that have the loudest stories to tell. While the birds gave us a bit of a break, that morning at the hide, we had an unexpected little entertainer, the Indian palm squirrel. Full of energy and curiosity, it darted across branches, paused to nibble on some grains, and kept us company with its playful antics. Its striped back and twitchy tail were a constant blur as it scurried around, almost as if it knew we needed a dose of wildlife charm. Sometimes in birding, it's not always about the rarest sightings, it's about enjoying every moment nature offers, even if it's from a mischievous little squirrel. That evening, the bird activity was quite low. The forest had gone unusually quiet. So, without much luck, we wrapped up early and planned a fresh start for the next morning. At Sunrise, we headed towards the Tungbhadra Canal, a place known for surprise sightings near the water. Later, we explored another bird hide, this one tucked away inside the Forest Department's inspection bungalow, located just opposite to the Jungle Lodges and Resorts property. A peaceful and lesser-known spot, perfect for observing birds without disturbance. And this change in plan turned out to be just the right move. And the first bird we found was bay-backed shrike. In the dry scrublands of Hampi, the bay-backed shrike stands out with its chestnut back and bold black mask. Don't be fooled by its size. This tiny predator is known for impaling its prey on thorns, earning the name butcher bird, a fierce little hunter of the wild. In the open grasslands of Hampi, we were lucky to spot a pair of ashy-crowned sparrowlarks, both male and female. The male, with his striking black and white face pattern and ashy crown, stood out beautifully against the dry earth. The female, more camouflaged in sandy tones, blended perfectly with the surroundings. These ground-dwelling birds are well adapted to dry habitats and are often seen in pairs or small groups, foraging for seeds and small insects. They may be tiny, but their presence adds a unique charm to Hampi's bird life. a perfect example of how even the smallest birds can leave a lasting impression. Basking on the ancient rocks of Hampi, the South Indian rock agama is hard to miss, especially the striking male with his vivid orange head and jet black body during the breeding season. These lizards are masters of camouflage, blending seamlessly with the rocky terrain until they suddenly dash across a surface or bob their heads in territorial display. Found commonly in hot, rocky habitats across South India, they feed on insects and are often seen sunning themselves during the warmer hours. A perfect example of how even the rocks of Hampi are alive, with color, character, and creatures uniquely adapted to this rugged landscape. In the rocky plains of Hampi, we were thrilled to capture a rare sighting, the rufous-tailed lark. This beautiful bird is perfectly adapted to dry, open habitats. With its warm rufous-brown plumage and distinct reddish tail, it blends into the earth and stones almost effortlessly. It's known for its sweet, whistling calls and a fluttering display flight during breeding season. Mostly ground-dwelling, it feeds on seeds and insects found among rocks and grass. Though widespread in parts of Central and South India, it's often overlooked due to its camouflage, making this sighting all the more special. A true gem of the drylands, the rufous-tailed lark reminds us how Hampi's rugged terrain is full of hidden wonders. Has a brilliant moment from Hampi, a white-throated kingfisher with its catch of the day. After skillfully diving into the water and grabbing a fish, it flies to a perch and begins fiercely banging the fish against a rock. This isn't just to kill the prey, it's also to soften and scramble the meat. Why? Because this clever parent is preparing the fish to feed its young. By breaking the bones and tenderizing the body, the meal becomes easier and safer for the chicks to swallow. It's a perfect mix of instinct, strength, and care, a glimpse into the smart survival strategies of one of India's most colorful and intelligent birds. Along the rocky edges of the Tungabhadra Canal in Hampi, we had an unforgettable encounter. Not just one, but two magnificent rock eagle owls spotted at different locations. Also known as the Indian eagle owl, this majestic bird is known for its piercing orange eyes, prominent ear tufts, and deep, resonating hoots that echo through the dry landscapes. A master of camouflage, the rock eagle owl blends seamlessly into its rocky surroundings, often going unnoticed unless it moves. These owls are primarily nocturnal and feed on a variety of prey, including rodents, reptiles, small birds, and even insects, making them important natural pest controllers. What made this sighting even more fascinating was where we found them. These owls have adapted to the man-made gaps and crevices formed during the construction of the canal. What was once a symbol of habitat disturbance has now become a part of their nesting and roosting environment. This adaptation is both inspiring and sobering, a reminder of how resilient wildlife can be even in the face of human development. But it also highlights the importance of preserving these semi-natural spaces where wildlife continues to find refuge. The rock eagle owl is a true guardian of the rocky wilderness, silently watching over the canal's edge, adapting, surviving, and reminding us that nature always finds a way. A rare desert beauty, the painted sandgrouse grazed our Hampi trail, perfectly camouflaged and beautifully captured on camera. In the ancient ruins and sunlit fields of Hampi, we were treated to a royal sight, the Eurasian hoopoe. With its striking crown and soft, looping flight, it moved like a feathered poem, adding elegance to the dry landscape and charm to our lens. In the rustic beauty of Hampi, amidst ancient stones and open scrublands, we came across a bird that once ruled our cities, the humble house sparrow. Once a common sight in urban homes, markets, and gardens, the house sparrow has now become increasingly rare in cityscapes pushed out by concrete jungles, noise, pollution, and a lack of nesting spaces. But here in Hampi, in its natural and undisturbed habitat, the sparrow still thrives, chirping cheerfully, flitting between bushes, and nesting in small crevices just as nature intended. Watching this little bird in the wild was both heartwarming and nostalgic, a reminder of simpler times and of how important it is to preserve spaces where even the most ordinary birds can still feel at home. The house sparrow may be small, but its absence in our daily lives speaks volumes. Let's not take such beauty for granted. In the quiet corners of Hampi, we captured a rare and heartwarming scene. An Indian silverbill sharing its feeding ground with a spotted dove and a house sparrow. Though small in size, the silverbill held its own in a friendly competition for scattered grains, pecking alongside its feathered companions without fear. It was a beautiful moment of coexistence, three very different birds, united by hunger and peacefully sharing space in the wild. In a world where survival often sparks conflict, nature sometimes reminds us that harmony is still possible, even over a simple meal. Just as we were scanning the branches in silence, a surprise visitor dropped in. The beautiful Brahmani starling. Out of nowhere, it landed on a perch right in front of us, almost like it knew we had our cameras ready. With its creamy head, glossy black cap, and soft peachy brown body, it posed gracefully, giving us the perfect opportunity to capture some stunning shots. Sometimes, the best moments in birding aren't the ones you chase, but the ones that choose to come to you. On the other side, the house sparrow was busy beating the heat, sipping water slowly to quench its thirst under the scorching Hampi sun. A simple moment, yet so full of life. A tiny bird, surviving the harsh dry landscape, one drop at a time. It's easy to overlook these common sparrows, but scenes like this remind us of their quiet resilience and the importance of keeping water sources around for all living beings. Even in the wild, a little water goes a long way. As the day came to a close, just when we thought our birding trail had ended, the bronze-winged jasna appeared, a perfect final to our journey. Gracefully walking over floating vegetation in its natural wetland habitat, its striking bronze-green wings shimmered in the soft evening light. Known for their long toes and elegant movements, jasnas are often called lily trotters, and watching this one glide across the water was pure magic, a peaceful farewell from the wild, and a reminder that nature always saves something special for the end. As the sun sets on our final day in Hampi, our hearts feel heavy. We're not quite ready to leave this magical land of history, rocks, and wildlife. Every corner of Hampi offered a new story, a new sight, and a new memory. From birds in flight to ancient ruins standing tall, it gave us moments we'll never forget. Though we head back home now, we're carrying more than just bags. We're taking home a heart full of memories, a camera full of stories, and a soul deeply touched by nature. Until next time, Hampi, this is not goodbye, just a see you again soon. Till then, enjoy your life to the fullest, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see through different lens. We'll be back soon with our next travel adventure. So stay tuned and keep exploring with us.